Hello everyone, welcome to Vandy's Cards and Collectibles. This is a three-part video about the 25 most valuable Jefferson nickels. Jefferson nickels are a major contributor to American coins. If you have change in your pocket, there will be a nickel or two in there. However, it's worth taking a closer look at them to see if you have a nickel of high value. Before we get into this countdown, I want to give you some information that will help you determine the value of your nickels. Save this video or get a notebook and pen and write down these 4 pieces of information that will help you when looking at your nickels. The first thing you want to pay attention to is early dates. Jefferson nickels from 1938 to 1961 are often the most valuable. This doesn't mean that every coin from this era is worth a lot, but those early dates are a good starting point. The next one is full steps. This is a very important one. Many of the most valuable Jefferson nickels have full steps leading up to Monticello. 5 steps are good and 6 steps are even better. The steps should be as crisp and clean looking as possible. Get out a magnifying glass and a bright LED light and start counting those steps, because that definitely plays a part in the value of the nickel. Obviously, you want to make sure that the better the condition, the more money you're going to get. Jefferson nickels in uncirculated condition are almost always worth more, obviously. And the last thing you want to pay attention for is minting errors. Coins often get their value from rare minting errors. So, just pay attention and look closely to see if your nickel has anything strange going on. Pay attention to dates and words, and yeah. Okay, so let's get right into it. So starting off at number 1, we have the 1942 P Cameo. In the early 1940s, cameo coins with deep texture were very rare. A 1942 proof from the Philadelphia Mint shows exceptional contrast, and it's in very good shape. This coin sold in 2014 for $14,100. Coming in at number 2, we have the 1943 S on steel cent. In 1943, the U.S. was in the middle of World War II, and copper needed to be reserved for the war efforts. 1943 pennies were made of steel as a result, and a few of the steel planchets actually got minted as Jefferson nickels at the San Francisco Mint. Pretty interesting. They mostly entered circulation, but one of these in near mint condition sold at auction in 2010 for $14,950. So if that was 2010, imagine now. Number 3, 1947 S full steps. Like I said before in the beginning of the video, full step coins are extremely rare, and for some years and from some mints, the 1947 nickel from the San Francisco Mint is one of these. Finding one of these coins in excellent condition is it's really not that common. So one of these sold in 2007 for $14,950. Okay, number 4, we have the 1940 proof. The 1940 Jefferson nickels are rare, so they tend to be valuable because of that. However, they're even scarcer in excellent condition, unfortunately. So one with pretty much no flaws, perfect condition, sold in 2017 for $15,275. Number 5, the 1953 D full steps. Although 1953 nickels from the Denver Mint aren't rare, those with full steps are way less common. The ones with the full steps in excellent condition are very hard to find, and they get a lot higher prices at auction. This one here sold in 2016 for $15,275. Not a bad price for a nickel. Coming in at number 6, we have the 1953 Deep Cameo. If you look very carefully at Jefferson's portrait on a lot of nickels, you'll notice that some feature shinier, deeper images. The Deep Cameo is hard to find, especially for 1953, and it's even rarer in very good condition. This one here sold in 2013 for $15,275, just like the 53 full steps. Number 7, we have the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar over Jefferson nickel. Like the rare and valuable George Washington dollar over a nickel, the Susan B. Anthony overstamp is also worth a lot of money. This minting mistake has the image of Susan B. Anthony stamped over the top of Monticello. While overstamps like this are very rare, they're even rarer with two separate years. A 1979 Susan B. Anthony over a 1978 nickel sold at auction in 2014 for $15,275. So it is pretty weird that a 1979 Susan B. Anthony was mixed with a 1978 nickel. So how is it something from a year in the same place? It's pretty interesting. Number 8, we have the 1951 Full Steps nickel, Jefferson nickel. In the early 1950s, it became less popular for people to save rolls of uncirculated coins. People were spending them, I'm assuming. This means that the 1951 nickels mostly entered circulation and became worn as a result. So they're very rare in near mint condition. So to find one with like the very clear, shiny Full Steps is almost impossible. In 2014, one of them, this one here actually sold for $16,450. Not bad for a nickel. Before, like I said, check your closets. You might have one of these nickels laying around. All right, so this is the end of part 1. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on part 2 of the 25 most valuable Jefferson nickels.